My name is Balázs Szakál. I'm the product owner for the Glass project documentation and the Glass project information apps. And also, in my free time, I really like to act in videos for Meta, in promotional videos, tutorial videos, and product demos. So I'm one of the best actor, so much better than Szöcsi, who is another actor in the company. Part of my motivation to create Glass started more than 10 years ago when I worked for a company where there was, as I remember, more than 400 people in our unit, and we started to use Jira. We quickly realized that this tool is really good for us. But as the 400 users didn't know anything about Jira, they regularly came to me to ask questions, like very similar questions and very basic questions about what's going on, what's an issue type, how can I change the bug issue type. Some tool was really needed to hand over, like this is some short tutorial that you guys should read about Jira, and then we can talk. We are on the same level and you can have relevant questions. The other part is, as I remember correctly, coming from another company when I worked as an Atlassian Jira administrator. We had to create a lot of project documentation because the company was regularly audited. So they had to provide always up-to-date, always very specific, and especially a lot documentation about Jira projects. We had to create project documentation after we finished the configuration for not only days, but if I remember correctly, more than weeks. So this was really exhausting, and it was in my mind that we should somehow automate this process. So I combined these ideas to have a way for people to provide information about the Jira configuration, and to, if we have the information collected already, we should just print it some way and have a proper up-to-date documentation generated automatically. In Glass, we try to give a solution for all these problems I mentioned before. We created a small window where there are the basic Jira terms described in a short way. You can just give Jira to the people, and when they open these menus, they click on the small question marks. They can just self-introduce themselves to basic terms of Jira. So we created two ways to export documentation. One way is the PDF, and the other way is to export Confluence, where you can not only export one time, but you can update your former documentation. So you can use the Confluence built-in version control, so you can detect the changes in the Confluence documentation. The third problem is to have a project overview. In Glass, we provide a very nice UI, which is a very easy way to overview all the project details, but it's very important that we always preserve the work from the project perspective. So you can have all the details about the workflows, you can deep dive into the post functions, conditions. We have a new view for the permission scheme. It's a matrix view where you can have the permissions as rows and the actors as columns. And also we have the same view for the notification scheme. You should use Glass for helping newcomers to have a nice overview about the project settings for your Jira projects, to have an automated way to generate project documentation, and also to improve administrators' everyday life with the comparison feature, or just having a way to overview a project settings and cooperate with other administrators. If it sounds interesting, check it out on the Atlassian Marketplace, search for Glass documentation, and share us your thoughts.